Skill-based matchmaking. It's existed in video games for a long time. We go as far back as Halo 3, and even skill-based matchmaking existed then. But the way skill-based matchmaking worked back in Halo 3 was, it would prioritize connection first, and then second, it would go based off ranks in the lobby, and then the ranks in the lobby would be split up amongst each other to be a fair fight. In recent years, lots of games have been implementing skill-based matchmaking significantly differently than they used to in the past. For example, Overwatch in 2016 had a ranking system, therefore people who were new to the game could play with new people, or would sometimes play with Smurf accounts, but people who weren't new to the game, they would play with people around their level based on how much time they put in the game. And that's perfectly fine. You might find a whole mix of people, but say you're a silver border, you might find a 3-star, you might find a gold border 2-star, you might find a bronze border 5-star. Now, in Overwatch 2, they completely removed the ranking system entirely, and the only remnants of it is that you can see in the career profile from the first game. So instead, what did they have to do for matchmaking? Well, now there's a hidden MMR system that exists in Quick Play, which was always kind of a thing in Overwatch 1 as well, but it's been significantly enhanced because now there's no levels to go off of anymore. Which means now, if I want to go and try and have a casual time playing Overwatch Quick Play, even if, say, I'm Platinum, and I'm actually Master-wise for MMR, suddenly every lobby is going to be the sweatiest lobby I've ever tried to play in. You can argue that, maybe I don't have to play tryhard, but maybe I'm not good enough against the people in the lobby, and every lobby is like that, therefore it becomes a problem where people become significantly more rude in the casual lobbies, people are always trying, and it just completely ruins the experience for me, someone who just wants to play the game casually as whatever character that I want. Things got really bad when Modern Warfare 2019 came out. That's when skill-based matchmaking started reaching its popularity. That way people at the lowest level possible will always be matching against each other like it was a ranked mode. So people who were playing in the higher tier, or people who decided to learn to get good at the game, were forced into constant lobbies where everyone is trying at the game. Again, you can make the argument that I could play it casually, and I'm pretty good at games, I'd like to say, but there's going to be people who are better than me. But if I have to compete with those people, maybe we should be competing with those people in a competitive setting. Obviously, those people should be allowed to play at that skill level in a casual setting too. But at the same time, if we remove skill-based matchmaking in casual modes and leave it to ranked, then those people can have their lobbies and eat it too, and so can the casuals, because a lot of the casual people who are casually good at the game can go casually play the game for a few matches, maybe do good all night or find 1 or 2 matches where they struggle against a player better than them, but for the most part have a really good night of playing the game. Modern Warfare 2 of the year 2022, for example, the one that just recently came out at the time of making this video, I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed playing all of the beta, I enjoyed playing a lot of the game at release too. The campaign's pretty good for the most part, the special ops is quite enjoyable. So what exactly is my problem? Well, if you couldn't believe it by the title of the video and everything else we've been talking about already, skill-based matchmaking would be my problem. Because I played about 15, 16 games where I did really good. I dropped all my kill streaks, helicopters, VTOL jets, and that was a lot of fun. I was really enjoying myself, and I'm like, wow, maybe the skill-based matchmaking in this game ain't so brutal after all. But, I play the next day immediately, and every single lobby starts becoming the exact same thing. People jumping around corners, pre-peeking my location, just knowing exactly where I am the moment they come through the door because they're paying attention to all of their information and intelligence, which, that's a completely fine way for everyone in the enemy team to be playing the game. Unfortunately, I think I and many others would not prefer to be playing against each other unless we were in a competitive setting, which, that doesn't really seem to exist in modern COD games, a game that's built around being casual in the first place, which is fine. But if you're going to force this upon us, the least you could do is make a league play mode. When people were having a problem with Call of Duty and wanting to take Call of Duty seriously, what did Black Ops 2 do? They created league play, and league play had its own ranking system for people to go try hard, and it had its own competitive rules. So I don't see why it's a problem for them not to do that in the new games, or when they do implement it like they did in Black Ops Cold War, we're still forced to have the skill-based matchmaking in a casual setting as well. I have friends that are worse than me at video games, and that's perfectly okay for them to be worse than me at video games. But now, with how skill-based matchmaking works in the modern era, if I want to casually play with these people and have a good time, if I join their lobbies, not only do the lobbies become worse for them because now they have to play with the try-hard people that I normally have to play with on a daily basis, but now also, they're doing even significantly worse, and in a game like Overwatch, where I want teammates that aren't doing so bad, compared to the enemy team, when the enemy team has significantly more knowledge than everyone else that I'm playing the game with, every game just becomes a stun-lock defeat. Matching with my friends in quick play is absolute hell, and it's nothing against them. You know, I get that they don't understand the game. They don't play it as much as I do, but it sucks that it feels like the matchmaking is almost inclusively built around the person with the highest MMR in the lobby, because then every match just becomes us getting absolutely wiped, and it doesn't matter what I do on the team for us to win. We just constantly lose because every fucking enemy team has way more brains than all of us do. And it's not fair to everyone on my team. It's not, because they don't deserve to be playing in those lobbies, because they don't play the game like I do. To put it simply, modern player versus player games, they can be fun. They can be really well made. They can be interesting and unique and have lots of cool things about them. Overwatch and the newest Call of Duty are examples of how things have really evolved over time. But let's be honest with ourselves. It's hard to find a game that just wants to be a casual game anymore. You know, you go and play Apex as well. It only took 20 levels before I started playing against people that were apparently master level and casuals. You can't have fun playing games anymore. The matchmaking systems are broken. It's unfair to people who are dedicated to these games, that just want to sit down and casually play the game. Every time these people launch the game, it's either be forced to lose the game because you're not casually good enough to stomp the other people on the enemy team, or not enjoy yourself and put the game down and go play something else. And as of late, that's what I've been considering. Thanks for watching.